Good afternoon, and welcome to another unexplicable version of Diatribes from the Voice of Doom. Now here's your unpardonable and unforgiving host, Voice of Doom. Hello. Alright, I didn't really want to do another diatribe so soon, but the last one was rather limited to a couple subjects, which were of the more social decay of society rather than global political type of situation. So I didn't talk about a few things that have been going on, and I think they bear some of my attention. Anyway, while we were watching something else, a bunch of rebels just pretty much toppled the Syrian regime. And they did it in a matter of a few weeks. And if you look at the footage, they look like a bunch of ragtag, run-of-the-mill, garden-variety terrorists that are fed up with their government and they're going to overthrow. So Assad, after all these years, that tall, lanky geek, is flying somewhere else and leaving his country. So that's pretty much saying, yeah, I give up, because they would probably tear him limb from limb, make Muammar Gaddafi look like a cakewalk, because he's a pretty bad guy. And those kind of despot regimes always end up going badly at the end. So he's gone, and nobody knows what's going to happen, but I will tell you my prognostication. These ragtag rebels are not going to start a democratically run, open society, westernized as it were. They're not going to do it. I can just tell. Which means, what are they going to do? Alright, well, Israel's already creating a buffer zone between them and Syria. So now they got Hamas in the southwest, and then they got Hezbollah in the north, in Lebanon. And now in the northeast they have Syria, which could be a problem, because who knows how fast these rebels will get organized once they have a government to run. So we'll see what happens with that, but it's not good. One of the reasons I'm not going to be doing many more diatribes, because we've reached that point where I don't have to talk anymore. Everybody sees we're doomed. I do not have to say anything anymore. And if you want a refresher course, you can go through my 500 plus videos and see exactly why we got to this point. But another issue that's happening is this pardon business. Now, we all knew that Petri Dish was going to pardon or arrange for a pardon of the no-account son. Everybody knew it, because no-account sons of presidents do not go to jail. That's just not how things work, because they've reached a certain position in life, no matter how much in debt they are, no matter how much back rent they owe, and no matter how much they've broken the law, they are not going to be punished one bit. So, no account is off the hook, and he's off the hook for everything he's done in the last 10 years. Which is kind of weird when you think about it, because to be pardoned for something that you haven't been charged with is just kind of get out of jail free, do what you want, whatever you did in the past, don't worry about it. But I checked into this pardoning business, did a little cursory research, and a president can pardon or reprieve or commute a offense against the United States, except impeachment. That's the only thing you can't do it for. Now, you say to yourself, now why does Petri Dish want to give pardons to the ghoul Fauci and Lizard Man Schiff and other people that may come up? Pelosi, Ray, CIA people who perjured themselves on television, propounded lies, and basically tried to stymie any kind of progress we make as a country. Okay. Well, it turns out that the president can pardon someone that hasn't been charged, because Ford did it with Richard Milhouse. Excuse me. So, Petrie can give a retrograde pardon for something that hasn't even been charged yet to all of his crony friends and lying scumbag piles of crap. So, that's been going on. And the last thing, two things, I guess flying saucers, but unidentified flying objects are being seen all over the East Coast and New Jersey. And it's something where they're not explaining, we're going to get to the bottom of this, and hopefully it goes away before we have to actually get to the bottom of this. But who knows if it will go away. There might be legions of UFOs coming at this point in time. I wouldn't be surprised. Now, bird flu, I guess, is starting to concern the mainstream media. H1N1. It's hopping from species to species, and it's going to be kind of like COVID, where everybody gets locked down because of lack of ventilators, and the whole thing starts all over again. But that's another thing coming. So there's a lot going on, and I don't really have a whole lot to say about it. I wanted to just keep you abreast of all these things happening, because Orangey has 6 weeks or so, a little under, before he takes office. And between now and then, at the rate we're going, I don't know what he's going to govern on January 20th. Because it could be a smoldering pit, or we could be attacked by UFOs, or we could be decimated by a pandemic. So we'll see what happens. But I will say this: a lot of these big countries that are causing a lot of problems they're getting their backs up against the wall, and who knows what they're going to do. They keep saying that Putin is retreating from Ukraine, and they keep saying that Iran is on its heels because of all these setbacks with Syria falling and all this other stuff, because they hate each other, and who knows, terrorists all over the place. There's hundreds of terrorist organizations. So they're either at odds with each other or working together, but they're saying Iran's on its heels, and they're saying that Putin's retreating. So what do you do if you're a cornered animal? I ask you that. I will leave it up to you. I'm not even going to make this a very long one, because I thought I'd just catch up on current events and I'm not going to do many more of these because everybody knows it's mainstream to be a doomsayer, so I don't want to be part of the crowd. I did it before everybody else, and I'm just going to sit back and watch for the most part. I might make a comment if something interesting happens, but until then I'm just going to watch and let everybody else realize that their days are numbered. So that's that. I'll let you go. It's not a long one, and enjoy what's left of the future. Bye.